Good afternoon, guys. I know that it's been a while since I did an actual video. I did the live feed the other day, but it's been busy, it's been hectic. So without a whole lot of hoopla and harangue, we're gonna look at a couple of really unique knives. These are double actions. So let's go ahead and let's get into it and take a look at it. So what's a double action? Well, double action is just simply what it sounds like. It has more than one action, just like a double action pistol or a double action, revolver, handgun. It's the same thing. So double action is a knife that can be operated in two distinctly different ways. It's a lot easier to demonstrate on this little Sparrowhawk. This is a touch knife Sparrowhawk. So you saw I just deployed it with the thumb stud. You can deploy it just like that. It is simply just a liner lock, but with a little special hidden detail. There's a back spring in there that when you manipulate the knife in a certain way, and double actions, some of them are done differently than others, that spring can be dislodged and allowed to deploy. And so all it is just a little catch in there, and the spring sits, and what it would do is when you remove the pin, I'm going to try and get a look at it. I can kind of show you on this disc. And so when you move that specific part of the knife, be it a bolster or maybe a hidden button, it actually deploys. So now they work just like a regular liner lock until you release that little catch and the spring comes out and just deploys. So I mean they're pretty simple, and when you look at how they deploy and see, this one's got an incredibly strong spring. You can just see that it just kind of, when that spring gets released, the little catch, it just flips lets that spring flip up, and it overcomes the detent and snaps the knife open. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look. Now the thing about these is both of these knives are just gorgeous. So we are going to look at Will and Eric Touch's Sparrowhawk now, and if you guys don't know, please, if you haven't seen it already, go onto Bill's Instagram and give him your condolences. Bill's father recently passed away here in LA. He was down, we were supposed to try and get together before the competition, and he came down to see his dad, and his dad actually passed away. So I like those guys, and they're friends of mine, so it kind of sucks. But let's go ahead and let's get this camera turned around. Let's take a good close look at them inside and look at the beauty of these knives, because not only are they a cool mechanism, these are both really attractive knives. These were both really well done. So Matt Diskin does good work, and Will and Eric, well, they're world famous for this. So let's get it turned around, take a look at it, and I'll see you on the other side of the camera. All right, guys, I got us lifted up a little bit so I have some room to play. Now, you guys can see these are both very attractive knives. Will and Eric actually make all the parts for this except for the screws. Springs, everything. It's all done in-house. And so, wow, that thing deploys with authority. So these are really attractive knives. These knives, the Touch knives, are more of a collector piece, I would say, than a functional user. Now, you could use it, you could carry it, but I mean, just everything on them, it's done real well. And then this is a little bit different. So on this one, the entire handle scale, if you watch, how the entire handle scale moves, watch this, and that's your deployment. And so let's see if we can look down in here and we can see on this one, when you see how that piece rotates and it allows that spring to come up. There's your back spring right there with their engraved logo. And so when you close it back up, you overcome that spring, it locks back down in, and really easy to deploy. They're not difficult to deploy at all. They just like 10 minutes took me to figure out how these things work. But all handmade, all hand finished. This is actually my little buddy Nico's knife that he got while we were in Portland. Now this one is a little bit different. This one has a full bolster. So this is a Diskin, and you can thumb flip it open. I just sharpened this. This belongs to Elijah Isham. It's got some residue and fingerprints and stuff on it. But this one works basically the same way. You can see the same, there's your mechanism down in there. They both have a liner lock with a detent. You can see there's no spring. On this one though, you can kind of see right here. There you go. This one, same basic concept. I can't see if you guys can see. Down in here, let me get my flashlight. Down in there, you see that little piece right there? When you pull back, and this is hard to manipulate like this. When you push back on that, see how that moves out of the way and allows the spring to deploy it? And then that's just simply your back spring right there. That's held in place by that little catch way back in there. So, what's the cool thing about a double action? Well, you get to carry a switchblade without anybody knowing it. Some people use a button here or a hidden latch or something like that. These are just pretty simple. These are just, you move your handle and it deploys. Now this one has got a really stiff spring, and it is kind of difficult to deploy a little bit, but when you look at it, the detail that's on these, the engraved screw, I'm not sure how clear that's going to come through, but the engraved pivot screw, this is a wire wheeled and then anodized titanium bolster. This has got a G10 backspacer. Same on this, which is your basically your subframe lock attachment or liner attachment, however you want to look at it. So the cool thing about these is, like I said, you can carry a switchblade and most people would never know it. This looks just like a regular folder with a thumb aperture. The same with this. It looks like just a regular knife with a thumb stud. Nice little gentleman's pocket knife. I don't necessarily agree with Will or Matt about doing this on the blade. I've told Matt and I told them both that whole dead area right there, it's a pain, especially if you're trying to match the aesthetic of the rest of the knife when you're sharpening. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with, like, all of the double actions I've seen from both these guys. It looks like that might be, looks to me like that might be where the spring touches. I'm not 100% sure. But at any rate, that spring puts tension on the back of the blade, overcomes the detent. It's got a nice detent, nice line lock up. That spring just overcomes the detent and allows the knife to deploy under spring pressure. So let's look at this one first, up close. Now this knife has had some carry and use, but the attention to detail on this was really well, this knife was really well done. There's the Diskin logo, G10 backspacer, titanium liners, titanium pocket clip, all done really well. So now you can see, look, you can see that spring standing up right there. And now you can see that it's down under that latch that I was pointing out. So actually, I think it touches here. So let's look at this one. Carbon fiber, titanium, all hand finished. They make these themselves. All their parts are handmade, with the exception of these screws, like I said. So these things are cool. Double actions are actually kind of cool. They're the fun fidget factor. So let's get this turned back around. But look at that hand finishing on all those guys. So like I said, this is Nico's. I haven't carried it. I took it with me to Portland with every intent of shooting this video there. I haven't even sharpened this. I'm not even 100% sure I'm going to. This is the edge that Eric puts on him with a wicked edge. I watched him do it. It's got some inconsistencies, but, you know, it's a wicked edge. I could fix it. But let's turn this around. do some final thoughts.
So, all in all, are these like something that you would carry? Yeah, you could carry these. These are both really nice ones. There are some much cheaper double actions out there that are I mean, it gets you the same direction, it gets you the same thing you wanted, at a much cheaper price point. This was over $1,000. I know that Matt had one of these on his table that was done a little bit differently. That was $850, I believe, at Blade Show West. So, I mean, neither one of these are cheap knives. These were both very expensive, very nice custom knives. But there are double actions out on the market that you can get a hold of at a much lower price point, but they're never going to be as nice. These are extremely, extremely well done knives, done by some extremely talented knife makers. Some of the other double actions out there aren't going to be as nice. They're going to be some of your ones like maybe CRKT has one, if I remember right. I can't remember. Let me adjust this. Guys, I've got some weird weather here in San Diego. There we go. Got that locked, so it's not filtering and going up and down in brightness. That's why I'm doing it in here. It's actually chilly and getting ready to fucking rain. But like I was saying, both really well done knives, done by well-known and talented knife makers. So the quality you're going to get in these is going to be beyond what you're going to get in some of the other stuff that you would see out there. Now it comes down to it. Would you carry a double action? I would. I mean, what's the likelihood of anybody thinking anything of a double action more than they would think of something like this, a flipper? A double action does not look like a switchblade. It doesn't have that. Most of them don't have that aggressive tactical profile. So they are a nice option if you like the automatic option. For me, autos are fun. They're a little fidgety, fun toy, the cool factor. But I do have to admit, I really like both of these knives. I really like both of them, and I like both the people that made them. So, I mean, it's a win-win right there. So, guys, I apologize if this video seems kind of scattered and out of sorts. It's because I'm about half sick, and I've been working all day. The weather changed, and I've just got so much stuff going on that I've got to get figured out. So, apologize if this video is not exactly what it normally would be, but I wanted to get it done because both these knives have to go home. This has to go back to Elijah. I texted him earlier, and this has got to go to Nico, who, if you guys are watching this, please wish Nico well. He has surgery tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow or... No, next week, the 26th. He has surgery on the 27th next week, Wednesday next week. So there is another video coming. If you guys remember the Fiber Light fire starter, guys, they gave me this kit. I am going to do a review of this, and we're going to do some fun stuff with some of this. I don't want to use up all of my tinder, but we're going to do some stuff in like pans of water and stuff like that, and basically just give this little kit a nice run and test. So guys, like I said in the live feed, if you guys donated to the GoFundMe for that trip to watch my daughter skate in Washington State, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It was amazing to get to watch her skate. It brought tears to my eyes before she even skated. Just the fact that we have come that far and we're there. I was so nervous that I was ready to throw up for her, and then just the fact that she has went this far, it brought tears to my eyes. I was a proud dad moment, definite proud dad moment. So guys, that video will be going up probably right before this one does. So if you haven't already watched it, go watch my daughter's ice skating video. So guys, to end it off, at least try and get it out the right way. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but try to tell me why. If you want to donate to GoFundMe's, I will put links to GoFundMe's for my daughter's skating below. I'm trying to get an affiliate link figured out. Mattia Brani sent me an affiliate link for the Kickstarter for this. If you guys haven't went and bought one of these yet, you probably should, even if I don't have my affiliate link up yet. These are fucking great. The Kickstarter went up, and it's the best, cheapest way you're ever going to get a knife of this quality is through that Kickstarter. So I'm going to try and get that affiliate link up, but I'll put it in. If you guys want to wait so I can get some money from that, then that's fine. But if not, hey, it is what it is. Those are great knives, so go visit their site. Guys, that's it. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. There'll be stuff in the corners. I don't know yet what I'm going to put in.
But that's it, guys. I'm just getting back into the swing of things, so be patient. Videos will be coming out. I love you guys. Have a good week.